Hey guys, and welcome to a tutorial on how to create a cow cooker in the new, well, not the newest snapshot. This is still in 5B, 13W05B, but this is using all of the new materials. We got the hoppers, the droppers, and the comparator down there. So we're using all the new things, and let me show you how this works here. You flip this switch, which sends a signal to two things. One, a dispenser back there that has water coming out of it, and then then it has this piston here that retracts and lets the mob fall through to this holding area. And you notice it's split up the cows. There's some cows over here, and then the rest of them fell down that hole. Time set 0. Oh, come on. I am having serious typing issues and talking issues today. So you see these cows are up here. Now you have breedable cows. So not all of your cows go down into the killer or into the cooker. So we got those cows waiting. You hit this button here, and what happens is they get cooked by the lava. You see all those items just disappeared. They went through this. See, they're all in here. They're in the hoppers. They make their way through the hoppers to the droppers here. Oops. And anytime the droppers this dropper gets an item, it turns off or turns on this comparator to turn this off, to turn this section off, so the signal can just rotate around in the clock. And what happens is it goes up all these droppers to the chest, and all the items end up in the chest. So now I'm going to show you piece by piece how to build this. Alright guys, so here is the cooker section of it. And here's how it's built. You're going to have the button up here, and this will be wherever your piston is going to be for the drop. You're going to want the button in front of that. So like it is over here, you got the button right here, and if you come up here, the hole would be right there. So the way you do it is you got the button here, you put a redstone dust underneath, you drop down a block, 2 more dust like this, drop down another layer, 3 dust just like so, a repeater here on full delay, otherwise it will not work correctly. You'll have a redstone torch here, another piece of dust, and you're going to want a torch on the side on the block here and here. You're going to have the redstone dust looping around, these 4 pieces up top, and these 3 pieces here. Here you're going to have 2 repeaters. This must be set up like this. It must have 4 on one repeater, 3 on the other. If it's not like this, it will not work. So that is the cooker. So now when you press the button, you see how it pushes the lava out just enough to cook the cow, and then it retracts it. So if there was a cow in there, oh, I might have some baby cows in there, oh well. Alright, so there's a cow in there, and it's ready. Yep, there goes the cow. You hit the button, lava's out, burns them. They shouldn't be running around because they'd be in there. But it burns it. Their stuff would drop into the hopper, which obviously this did not because it was not set up correctly. You would want blocks underneath here to keep your items in there. And of course the cows would be trapped in because you're going to encase this entire area. But that is the cooker side of it. And now next I will show you how to set up the water spout and the piston. Alright guys, here is the whole mechanism. This pretty much makes a lever into a button. The reason why you want the lever working as a button and not using a button is because the button sends a single pulse. So you hit the button. Let's actually set it up here. Just so we can see it easily. Whatever, that's fine. You hit the button, it sends a pulse, and it stays, right? So with a lever, you hit the switch, and it stays on. You hit it again, then it goes off. So in order to get a lever to act like a button and send the pulse, not that long of a pulse, but a pulse nonetheless, you'll have the redstone working like so. Let's just remove this so you guys can see it easier. Alright, so you got the lever up top. Underneath that, again, you're going to use an air block, or an airspace. You're going to put the redstone on top of here, and you're going to stack it down. And then you're going to have the redstone coming straight out, however far you need to be. I think this needs to be at least 14 blocks, I think is what I counted before. So just make the redstone dust as long as you need it. But this part of it is going to be needed as is. So you're going to have dust here, here, and here, with a torch on the other side of this block, and another piece of dust here. These are going to be sticky pistons, and you're going to place them on top of torches, just like so. You're going to have 2 pieces of dust on each side here. Obviously, you're going to have the block here. Redstone dust up here. So in line with where the pistons are, you're going to have redstone dust on each of these. You're going to have these 6 repeaters set up just like this. No delay on any of these. If you have a delay, it might not work. I haven't fully tested this, but I know this setup works right now. So no delay on any of these is needed, neither on that guy down there. Then you'll have the 2 signals connecting into one signal. This repeater needs to be on 3 ticks, otherwise 3 or 4 ticks, otherwise it will not work. So right there will work, and right there will work. If you have it on these first 2, if you have it on the default setting and this setting, it will not work. You need it on this setting or this setting. 3 is most likely the best one, but you're going to put that repeater up against a stone, or up against a block, your building block, whatever you're using, and then you're going to have a redstone torch underneath the dispenser that has your water in it. Now the other side of this is you're going to branch off a redstone line, obviously, for your piston. And it's just simple, right to your piston. Like I said, wherever your cooker is going to be, that's where you're going to want this, and that's where you're going to want the button for your cooker. So that's how you do that. Now, for the last part will be the item transporter. Alright. And here we are at the item transporter here. And what you're going to do is you're going to first, this will be the first thing that you'll want to do, is you'll want to pick a location on where you want your chest to be. So here's my chest, this is where I want to be. Now below where you're going to have the chest, you're going to go 4 blocks, and you're going to stack 4 droppers right on top of each other. Now the way droppers work now, or droppers or dispensers, both work like this, where if you face it flat on the ground like so, they'll face you. If you're facing up, you see the hole is on the top, not on the sides. Well, that's because they know about all 3 dimensions. So you can have it set up like that. Oop, kill you. Oh, come on, get it up there. There we go. Or you can have it, hey, let me get down here then. Or you can have it set up like that for the dropper to literally drop. So, with that being said, you're going to stack these, and in order to stack them, you need to shift click to stack. Because if you don't, it's just like a chest. You right click it, you're going to open it. So you got to shift jump click in order to place it. But you're going to place the 4 droppers on top of each other like so, the chest on top. On this side, you're going to put a redstone dust in this configuration. You're going to have 3 in a row, 1 to the side. You're going to have a repeater going straight into the bottom dropper with no delay. This redstone signal is going to be going to this block with a torch on the side here. On top of that torch is another block with a torch on the inside, just like so. And then on top of that is another block. So now what happens is when this clock starts going, you're going to have a repeater here as well. Sorry. You're going to have a repeater here as well on 1 tick delay with 2 more dust here, a block, and a redstone torch. So when this clock starts going, it'll send a signal to this dropper, to this dropper, to this dropper, to this dropper, and then it'll put it into the chest. And now over here you're going to have 3 repeaters, and they're all going to be on full delay. Otherwise this will not work. So you have a full delay, the redstone to make the turn, full delay. And here you're going to have a redstone torch on the side of a block. And in front of that, coming out of this bottom dropper, you're going to have the new comparators. You're going to have one of them in this position. You want it in the default setting, which is this. That is the default setting. If you notice, you can right click on it and you get the torch to pop up. Well, that's not a default setting. That it will not work if you have that on. So, I mean, it doesn't change anything there, but it will not work if you have it on. So you want it on the default setting. So now, if there's an item in this dropper, comparator will turn on, which will turn off that, turn off all these, and it'll send the clock into its motion and send the item all the way up to the chest. Then once you build all that, then you're going to go ahead and grab some hoppers. I have 11 set up over there. I'll show you how much you actually need for all of these builds together. But what you'll do is you will shift click the hoppers in to their positions, and you're going to want all the hoppers facing into this dropper, and then these 2 hoppers you're going to want facing into this hopper, and this hopper on top you're just going to face it into the one below, and you're going to have a half slab on top of that, just to avoid it's to help the cows burn in the cooker, because if they're down that extra half a block, they won't get the full effect of the flame or full effect of the lava. So that is the cow cooker in a nutshell. It's not the most compact, but it gets the job done, and it uses all of the new 1.5 items. So you got the hoppers, the droppers, the comparator are all being used, and it works rather well. You just use this, get as many cows as you want down there, turn it off. You come over here, you hit the kill button, sends the signal out to burn them, and then all your items will get transported up into the chest, and you'll never have to worry about killing cows again. The only bad thing about it is that you will not be able to get the experience points from breeding the cows. So if you wanted to get the experience points, you could probably put a ladder here, and that's it, because you can't do it anywhere else. But you could probably figure something out. Actually, you could probably go right here and breed them from here. But let me show you the requirements. They're all in this chest. Alright, so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need 42 building blocks. And these building blocks are not for the mechanisms themselves. These are actually for this. For the actual building itself. Alright, so you're going to need 42 building blocks. You're going to need 49 half slabs, 30 glass. You're going to need 1 chest, 1 bucket of water, 1 bucket of lava, 3 sticky pistons, 4 droppers, 11 hoppers, 2 dispensers, stack of redstone, but it could be more or less, depends on how far this line here is. What I have set up here on this right here took 63 actual redstone dust. But you're going to need at least a stack of redstone. You're going to need 11 redstone torches, 15 redstone repeaters, and 1 comparator. And then obviously you will need cows or pigs, whichever you want to use. These 2 mobs are the best for this setup. Just keep in mind this is still in the snapshots, so things might change with the redstone, but as of right now, this works perfectly fine. So I hope this tutorial helped you out, and if you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you think this was a good idea and you like it and you want to use it, hit that like button, let me know. Hit the comment section with any ideas on how to compact this any farther than it already is. Please check out the rest of my channel. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I love your faces, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.